Remember, yesterday there was an order to close all the malls just to mitigate, as a mitigation plan by the government to stop spread of COVID-19. Remember, Eastleigh Market is one of the busiest, and therefore Bentro and Joe is there for us to just try and see the current situation, whether they were able to adhere to that. And also we will also be speaking to Yeri Suleiman, who is currently at CBD, and of course he's trying to monitor for us, especially after the closure or inter-county movement, what exactly the PSV buses are doing right now. Once again, I'm Purity Museo, and welcome to the broadcast. Let's begin from Eastleigh, where Bentro and Joe is standing in for us. And of course, Ben, we did see yesterday the government stopping operations at that particular market. Probably, of course, it also said that it's going to start a fumigation exercise to just not ensure that no virus is spread via market or business activities in that particular market. Probably tell us, has that been infected, and what exactly the Ministry of Health officials are doing right now?
Indeed, thank you so much, Purity Museo. Back in studio, we are coming to you live from the First Avenue right here in Eastleigh. And as you can see, so many businesses, actually all the businesses on the street have been closed since yesterday. You do remember even CS Matiang'i was talking about there are some estates and some parts of Nairobi which are not observing some of the government directive that they announced in terms of mitigating the COVID-19 pandemic. We were here, we have been here for around 2 hours now, and I can tell you it's a hive of activities. Yes, the businesses have been closed, but some of the businessmen did not know, as when they were coming here in the morning, did not know that actually all the businesses, there was a directive that all businesses to be closed in Eastleigh. And as you can see behind me, there is a fire truck that is actually fumigating as we speak here. And right now I'm joined by Alex Mushero, who is a Nairobi County Public Health Officer, to actually take us through what they have been doing. Karibu sana Bwana Mushero.
Thank you very much.
First things first, when did you start this exercise? When we came here, we saw that there are fire trucks and of course police making sure that the directive to close the shops have been observed.
We started this exercise not today, but on 27th of March, and we have been doing this exercise mostly at night. But we decided to do this exercise during the day because we took an advantage of the business community of Eastleigh that decided to convince their member to close, so that we can disinfect for them, especially on the concentration that we wanted to target inside the malls. And we thought we'd do it during the day because most of the people had closed, and at night we could not be able to get access inside the malls.
Okay, and how has the exercise been since you started it?
It has been perfect.
Especially now that the businesses are all closed.
For today, the exercise has been successful, that's what we can say, and we have received maximum cooperation, especially from the business community. And we thank them so much, especially that they are mitigating on measures to be able to control the coronavirus. Yeah.
Now that businesses have been closed here in Eastleigh, for how many days are you going to be actually doing this?
We'll do it as much as we can, if possible, so that we target all the malls, because our specific areas are the malls, which we consider them to be risky areas.
And actually, when we were coming Eastleigh 3rd Avenue, there are some sly businessmen who actually were open, and when they see the police patrolling, they close. Have you been experiencing challenges when you're doing this work?
For today, in particularly, because we have been dealing with the community, they are the ones who are guiding us. We have not experienced any challenge apart now from what we can say that people are not observing that what we call social distance. And we encourage the Eastleigh community to be able to observe that, so that we can be able to fight this pandemic together.
And on social distancing, and even right now as we are speaking, this avenue, actually a lot of people are not observing social distancing. Another problem we've seen is that so many people are hanging out on the balconies of their house or their businesses and not observing the recommended social distance.
I think this is an issue of maybe behavior change, and what we're encouraging our people is that we should be able to adopt that behavior change, so that because this pandemic is real and it is here with us, so that we can be able to fight it together and control it.
Of course, I've seen what kind of support have you gotten from the Eastleigh business community? We have witnessed that there is a vehicle making rounds here, of course, telling people to observe the social distance, and some of them are not. What is your last thought that you can say?
What I can say about the Eastleigh business community, whatever they have decided, the action they have decided to take is of great importance, because all we need to do is combat and control the coronavirus. And if you'll be able to observe that, the social distance, washing of hands with running water and soap, I think we can be able to fight this pandemic together. And also at the same time, whatever they have done, so that when closing these areas that we call them mall and shops, which are risky areas, it will be able also to combat the same. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And Museo, as you've heard, we'll be speaking to Alex Mushero, who is the public health officer, and of course guiding the fumigation exercise that is currently underway. Definitely we will spend a couple of hours here to actually tell the viewers how the exercise is going right here in Eastleigh, or the avenues. Remember, all the businesses have been closed, and one of the challenges we've seen is the social distancing, of which they are re-emphasizing that Kenyans, and of course right here in Eastleigh, which is a high populated area, they should be also observing other measures other than just closing their businesses. That's all we have right here in Eastleigh. Museo, we will be getting back with a more comprehensive report on how the day has.
And Troy, please stay safe for us there. Let's now cross over to Nairobi CBD. After a directive to ban inter-county movements, what are the PSV buses, especially those that used to transport people from the city to other counties and vice versa? Yeri now joins us from Nairobi CBD with more details. Good afternoon, Yeri. Probably as we see the operations by these bus companies is still ongoing, probably what kind of services are they offering right now?
Thanks very much, Purity. Museo. As you can see, we are coming to you live from River Road here in Nairobi CBD. As you can see, I'm inside a bus which has no seats, which is a sign of that most of the buses here have removed their seats to start the business of doing cargo and parcel delivery from here in Nairobi to different towns in the country. This has been necessitated, especially after the president banned inter-county movement, especially in Mombasa, Kilifi and Kwale, and in Nairobi, where people are not allowed to move from this county of Nairobi to other counties. But for public service vehicles, they have to continue with their businesses, and to keep the business running, most of the businesses are now doing parcel businesses. And I'll be talking to Karanja, who is a manager of Genesis Buses here in Nairobi, to tell us more how is the business and what made them to move to parcel doing or to moving of parcels from here in Nairobi to other towns. Karanja, karibu sana. Labda tueleze biashara iko vipi sasa hivi ya kupeleka parcels?
Biashara haiko sawa kama mbele, ni mali cause mizigo mingi huwa inatoka up country like Murang'a, Kirinyaga, Karatina, Nyeri, but vehicles from up country are not entering Nairobi. So ile mizigo tunatuma na ile kidogo kidogo from Nairobi to Mombasa, Maridi and Kwale.
So how many buses do you use daily from here in Nairobi to other parts of the country?
Usually we tunatuma like 20 buses per day to Maridi, and from Maridi like 20. But now we are operating just with 6 buses.
So as you say, you're operating with 6 buses. When one bus moves here to Nairobi, to Mombasa, let's say, does it go to Mombasa and come back, or how many days will it stay in Mombasa?
They have to travel like 3 days from Nairobi, Ilale, Mombasa, kesho Maridi, ndio we collect mzigo sasa from Maridi to Nairobi. It will take like 3 days.
Do you still use the same commercial insurance, the PSV insurance, or have you changed the insurance? And why did you remove the seats from these buses?
Now we had to remove the seats so that we can carry more cargo, more parcels, Concerning the insurance, you can't operate parcel services with a PSV insurance. You have to change to a commercial insurance. Because now you are operating a commercial booth, not passengers. Yeah.
And how is the cost of running the business right now? Is it expensive? Do you get the profit which you used to get before and now?
No, you can't get the same profit because you can't overcharge your customers. What you are doing, you are just maintaining the customers. You can't close down the offices. And you are supposed to pay for the offices, for the workers. What we are doing is just maintaining the offices. Yeah.
Thank you very much. That has been Karanja, who is the manager of Genesis Buses here in Nairobi, giving us a sneak preview of how the businesses have been here in Nairobi, especially because of the COVID-19 effects which have affected many businesses here in Nairobi. Back to you in studio, Purity Museo.
Thank you so much, Suleiman Yeri. The CBD also stays safe for us. Anderson Israel following up the news, Lunchtime News. Thank you so much. Tell us where you watching us from, and of course, if your business has been affected, and what alternatives do you have on table at Purity_Museo and at KBC Channel 1 News. Lunchtime News is our hashtag to use this afternoon. Kenya's High Commissioner to the United Kingdom, Manoa Esipisu, says the embassy in the UK stands ready to offer information and consular support to Kenyans who may need it. Esipisu says his office has been in touch with the Kenyan community and students' representatives in the UK to discuss their welfare as Kenyans abroad continue to grapple with the impact of COVID-19. Esipisu says 2 Kenyans have so far succumbed to the virus in the UK. Kenyans in the UK can reach the embassy on +44 7423 840 893 for more information. I repeat, +44 7423 840 893 for more information. Back home, a total of 53 MCAs from Museo County have decided to forfeit 8.75 million shillings allowances to help in combating the coronavirus while tabling the second supplementary budget for the financial year 2019-2020. The MCAs indicated that the move seeks to boost the National Emergency Response Fund set up in the wake of the COVID-19 pandemic.
Busia County's second supplementary budget for the financial year 2019-2020 targets to raise 100 million shillings towards COVID-19 management. To meet the target, the MCAs have opted to surrender their allowances such as seating allowance.
8.750 million. That means we have forgone our allowances, our per diems, and our domestic and foreign travels, as directed by the President of this country, Honorable Muigai Uhuru Kenyatta.
If achieved, the monies will boost the purchase of some of the personal protective equipment for the frontline health workers as well as county residents.
Tukimaliza hii document tutapitisha on Tuesday, na niko na hakika tutapitisha kwa sababu tunataka pesa itoke ili matibabu iwe hata kwa centers ambayo imekuwa isolated kwa mashule, at least tuongeze vitanda na hata Alupe Hospital iwe na vifaa ya kutosha.
So nasema tu ya kwamba hata ukiangalia pia na ushuru pia governor wetu wa Busia, ukiangalia ile voted zile ambazo zilikuwa za wafanyikazi wake wale ambao ni mambo ya allowances, yote imekuwa effective, imetolewa ili hizo pesa zote zikasanyikiwa ziende zifanye kazi ya corona.
About 3 weeks ago, President Uhuru Kenyatta directed for the setup of an emergency response fund, with the initial allocation of the fund expected to be derived from monies received from government officials who committed to voluntary pay cuts to help in the ongoing efforts to fight the virus. Kamchemenza for Channel 1 News.
And China's death toll from the coronavirus has jumped sharply after the city of Wuhan, when the virus emerged last year, added another 1,300 fatalities to its official count. The revision raises the death toll in the 11 million person city by 50% to 3,869 and brings the China's overall death toll to more than 4,600. The number of reported COVID-19 cases worldwide has passed 2 million, according to data compiled by researchers at Johns Hopkins University. The milestone comes just 2 weeks after 1 million infections were recorded. The United States has the most cases, more than 600,000, followed by Spain and Italy. The death toll from the disease has also surged past 128,000 worldwide. Some 24,000 people have died in the United States, with more than 20,000 deaths in Italy. China has reported 27 new confirmed cases of COVID-19 as it tries to stem an upsurge in infections in the northeastern province bordering Russia. The confirmed cases brought the total to 82,719, of which 77,000 have recovered. Germany's confirmed coronavirus cases have risen by 3,609 to 137,439, data from the Robert Koch Institute for Infections showed on Saturday, marking a fourth straight day of a spike in new infections. Meanwhile, South Korea has reported 18 new cases of COVID-19, its lowest daily jump since February 20, continuing a downward trend as officials discuss more sustainable forms of social distancing that allows some communal and economic activity. In UK, hopes that coronavirus antibody tests could help the country end its lockdown have been dealt a blow after the World Health Organization questioned whether they offer any guarantee of immunity. The UK has placed antibody tests which check if someone has had COVID-19 at the center of an eventual back-to-work plan to restart normal life. The UK announced 847 new coronavirus-related deaths in hospitals in its latest figures on Friday, taking the total to 14,576. Finally, a Malawi High Court has temporarily barred the government from implementing a 21-day lockdown to curb coronavirus following a petition by a human rights group. Justice Kenyatta Nyirenda on Friday set aside the lockdown in response to a challenge by the Malawi Human Rights Defenders Coalition, which argued that more consultation was needed to prevent harm to the poorest and most vulnerable of society. Purity Museo, Channel 1 News. Elsewhere, Narok County government has kicked off mass screening of residents at its border points in Kilgoris, Suswa, Mau, Narok, Nyanguso and Kihanja. Narok Public Health Chief Officer Geoffrey Sang says anyone found with COVID-19 related symptoms will be denied access to the region.
Narok borders Nyamira, Kisii, Bomet, Nakuru, Kajiado and Migori counties. It is one of the regions that has not confirmed a coronavirus case, and authorities are taking precautions to prevent an outbreak. At the border points, health officers patiently screen commuters traveling into and through the region. Public Health Chief Officer Geoffrey Sang says health officials in the region will not relent in enforcing government directives on how to combat the spread of COVID-19.
Ugonjwa ambayo inasambazwa na watu. So tunataka kuhakikisha kwamba kama serikali ya county tumeweka mipango yote ambayo inaweza kwamba ifanywe hiyo ugonjwa isienee ama isiingie kwa county yetu. Kwa vile tunajua kwamba tunapakana na counties ambayo wamepata case.
Sentiments echoed by Medical Services Chief Officer Sarah Ibrahim and Narok County CEC for Devolution and Public Service Ezekiel Rono.
It is very demanding even to manage it, but we are trying our best. All our resources are directed to this direction.
In case of any somebody who is having the high temperature, there is a form we are filling as a department, and we call the ambulance and the person will be transferred to the nearest isolation site.
Tunaomba wananchi wakiambiwa wapimwe lazima wapimwe. Wakiambiwa wafae mask lazima wafae mask. Na tunahimiza sasa wananchi wa kwamba wasifae mask kwa sababu ya polisi. wafae mask kwa sababu ya ugonjwa ya COVID-19.
Police in the area have also warned those contravening prevention guidelines of dire consequences.
Ile changamoto tuko nayo ni kwa upande wa bodaboda riders. Tunajua hawa kweli wanakuanga na shida, lakini tumejaribu for the 3 days. Tumekuwa na public health officers upande huu, tumesimamisha hawa, wengi wao wamepimwa na some few individuals ndio bado hawajapimwa.
Irene Mchuma, Udim, Channel 1.
In Isiolo, 3 people from Mandera County have been quarantined. The 3 were smoked out from a lodging they had booked and taken into mandatory quarantine at Isiolo Girls Secondary School. Isiolo County Commissioner Herman Shambi said the move was based on information provided by members of the public about the new entrants. The county's COVID-19 response committee is co-chaired by the governor, and county commissioner ordered the immediate closure of all routes linking Isiolo to the northern Kenya counties of Garissa, Wajir, and Mandera.
Ambao wanakaa kama wageni hapa, tumesema wakiona mtu mgeni watuambie, wasimshambulie wala wasimchukulie hatua yoyote, wasimtukane, ni kutujulisha tu. Kuna ile namba emergency ya watu wa health. Tunashukuru jana wananchi wametuma habari, wameona mtu hapa wakasema huyu labda sio hapa, na kweli kijana kupatikana akasema yeye anatoka Mandera, na akasema hako peke yake kuna wenzake 3 ambao walikuwa wanalala hapo wakielekea safari. Wanane leo warudi Marsabit. Wanasema wako na ukoo zao hapa, na tukawachukua tukaweka huko Isiolo Girls ambapo ndio center yetu ya quarantine. Wamechunguzwa na maafisa wa afya, wakasemekana wako sawa, temperature zao ziko sawa, lakini we just don't want to gamble. Tumesema tu tuangalie kwa hizo siku 14. Wakiwa clear, we have no problem with them, watatoka tu waende, lakini kwa sahihi lazima tuangalie.
Long-distance motorists who have been categorized as providing critical services have been urged to cooperate with police officers manning roadblocks to ease movement. The motorists who have been traversing several counties to deliver goods have been queuing for hours in roadblocks awaiting screening and clearance.
Individuals working in sectors providing critical services in the country, including transport in this time when the war against the COVID-19 pandemic has scaled up, have been urged to cooperate with security and health officers. A spot check by KBC Channel 1 on roadblocks in Laikipia County revealed all entry points are being manned by police officers, accompanied by health workers who are screening travelers. Motorists plying the route express satisfaction with the management of the roadblocks, but decry the slow pace of screening. Laikipia East CIPU Commander Geoffrey Kamau, who has been overseeing operations at the Nairobi-Ethiopia road that traverses Nanyuki, Marsabit and Moyale, said they are dedicated to facilitate ease of movement through the various roadblocks, despite the heavy rains pounding the region.
Challenges kama mvua inanyesha ile masaa yote ambaye hata huwezi kuingia kwa barabara, lakini askari na madaktari hawaondoki, wanakujia tu na wanaendelea kupima. Tunasaidiana kucheck, na kwa sababu hiyo ndio kazi yetu kucheck, na tunacheck hii magari, na ile kitu tunaomba hata wale wanapita na tu coordinate, hatuna ubaya na hawa.
Kamau lauded residents for obeying the dusk to dawn curfew directive, even as he singled out a section of bodaboda operators who are still defying social distancing orders.
Town curfew watu wametii kabisa. Ile kitu watu wajatii kabisa ni mambo ya wearing of masks na mambo ya bodaboda. Utakuta bodaboda inabeba watu kama 4, inatupea challenges kubwa kwanza kukimbisana na hawa.
Reporting for Channel 1 News, I'm Timothy Kipnusu.
Now listen to this. A section of Kaya elders now say traditional healing methods may be the secret to defeating the novel coronavirus. The elders claim COVID-19 can be treated using boiled herbs, a process they claim was used to treat a similar disease known as kivuti in 1950s. Take a look.
Ni kiti ya jadi ya Wagiriama naita kihicha chama gulumaha alafu atajifunika na anafunikwa blanketi gubi gubi kila pahali, ili ile joto liweze kuingia katika nafasi zote za pua na mdomo, sehemu ambayo ndio inaingiza virusi katika ule mfereji wa kupumua.
This traditionally prepared steam bath is what the elders claim may hold the cure to COVID-19.
Hii tiba si tiba ambayo ni tiba ina watu ambao ni kama matabibu maalum. Hii ni tiba ya jamii ambayo karibu kila mtu alikuwa anaelezwa mambo yake katika zile nyanja zetu za kupeana elimu. Maana haya yalikuwa yanapatikana kutoka kwa wazee wakati wa kiketi wakifanya vikao vinavyoitwa vikao vya dhome.
The process is called cheruka, a healing process with a traditional touch used in the past to treat kivuti, a respiratory disease the elders say characteristically resembled the coronavirus. The elders say during that period, a person affected by kivuti was normally isolated, and those caring for the patient also underwent the same healing process. Currently, there is no known cure for COVID-19. These elders, however, believe that given a chance, they can help Kenya slow down the pandemic that continued to decimate the globe.
All right. Thank you, Edward Kabasa, for that report. Traders at the Wangige market in Kiambu County are back in business after the facility was reopened following a 4 weeks closure to allow fumigation as a precautionary measure to curb the spread of the novel coronavirus. Kiambu Governor James Nyoro urged contractors working on the facility's drainage systems to do so at night to allow traders to transact business seamlessly during the day.
Traders in Wangige Market can now go about their business in a much cleaner environment after the county government disinfected the premises. Apart from fumigation, the Kiambu County government has reduced the number of traders operating in the market from the current 420 to 1,000 to enforce social distancing. To avoid congestion, contractors working on the market's drainage system have been directed to work at night.
Vile tutafanya kazi pamoja na komiti yangu ili tuone mikakati ambayo tutaweka ili at least tuweke kila mtu katika soko.
Contractor atarudi usiku aanze kazi ya kutengeneza mashimo ambayo iko kwa soko. Na tutaendelea kufanya fumigation na tumetengeneza timu ya vijana 30 wawe wakisafisha hapa, na tutaongeza mitungi ya maji na sabuni kwa hisani ya kupigana na COVID.
Kiambu Governor James Nyoro, who reopened the market, said the county government will build an ultra-modern market in the next 2 years to boost trade in the region.
Kwa wakati huu mgumu, tushikane sisi viongozi, tuwashike, tuone vile tutasaidiana. Wakati wa siasa ukija, tutakuja kupiga siasa.
Benson Drioba reporting for Channel 1 News.
Right. Oh, yes, side John, let everyone follow the government's directive on coronavirus. It's alarming now. Stay home, keep distance, avoid shaking hands, sanitize, says the Teso North Youth President. Okay. Javan Msambaya, watching Channel 1 Lunchtime News. Thank you so much. And then probably I can have a look at Facebook, what you're saying. Yeah, we also have Dennis, who is watching Lunchtime News. Thank you so much. Thank you all for your feedback. Stay safe, wash hands, sanitize, use the mask, keep the social distance. It's the only way for now to stay safe from COVID-19. My name is Purity Museo. Baron Aboli has been our sign language interpreter. Thank you so much for your company. I'll see you again at 9, God willing. Good afternoon.
Beauty College.
Vera Beauty and Fashion College, with branches in Nairobi, Eldoret, Thika, and Meru. Did you know that we are a TVET-approved institution? We offer courses in fashion design, interior design in soft furnishing, event decoration, flower arrangement, event planning, hairdressing, barbering and dreadlocks, beauty therapy, makeup, nail technology, spa massages, teaching skills, TOT, solo business management, and many more. Register now and visit our website on www.verabeautycollege.com. You can also call on 0725 923 550 Nairobi branch, 0728 087 689 Eldoret branch, 0722 22 7428 Thika branch, 0725